Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, to, I don't, yeah, uh, hi, how y'all doing? Uh, we are obviously going to be getting into some Scarlet Hollow. We're going to be, I don't know, I'm still just, so I've played a little bit. I know I said I was going to wait until the 20th for the full release. Which also made a little sense because there's some bugs. Not well, sort of it depends. But there's some bugginess going on. Not the end of the world, thankfully. Well, this is Scarlet Hollow. Depends on what you mean by end of the world. But slots apart. Where's I forgot where this is. There we go. Oh wait, hang on. Why is the screen like this? Is this off center? Hang on. Don't do that. I might have to mess with the yeah, that, okay, something happened. Hang on. Let's just, yeah, windowed. Oh, I don't have any. Alright, we're just gonna have to do this manually, for better or worse. Okay, oh, well, shit, that was a decent eyeball, wasn't it? I think I just nudge it in a bit here, maybe? Oh no, I'm stretching the, no, almost. Okay, that looks potentially okay. Thank goodness for the border, it helps. Alright, I think that's decent. There's like a little bit of black there though. Can I just like... No, that's not that. Where's... Alright, hang on. Alright, just a second. Nothing else, you get to enjoy this music. Is that this? Okay, there we go. Alright, it was just a little off. There we go. Alright, checking volume. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit maybe. Oh yeah, I turned the music up when I was playing before. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. There we go. As you may or may not know, the update for Scarlet Hollow has come, well, part of it, half of it. Half of Chapter 5 is out. The rest is going to come out on the 20th. Things are already very different. There's a lot of different paths, there's a lot of different choices, there's a lot to do. There's just a lot, and I cannot begin to emphasize the lot that there is. And I know we were partway through a playthrough, and I will probably finish that just to get to the end. But part of what I wanted to do was to show a lot of the different sides of the pathing, but then it's like it's not connected. I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and find our last. Yeah, you cannot keep me out of the holler. It just doesn't happen. Okay, where was this? It? That's the other. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. This one? Was this our last playthrough? Hang on. Yeah, the fact that I ended at night, kind of. Okay, let me check because, yeah, talking to animals and book smarts. All right, yeah. Refused boiled peanuts from a strange man on the bus. Met Dustin, the opossum that lives in my dresser. Went cryptid hunting with Stella. Witnessed Duke die in the woods and called the police. Met Stella's friend Kanika and her mother Sybil. Learned about ditchlings. Returned to my cousin's estate before going to bed. So that's where it's at. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to do... I'm genuinely tempted to do another playthrough because things have already changed. Like, even just the beginning bit is different. And, but then it takes longer to get to the new stuff, but there's new stuff earlier. So, okay. For now, I'm just gonna shush. We're gonna play this. We're gonna go. So yeah, let's get a recap. We're on the bus. Yep. We are here. It is unfortunate. Don't go wandering. Dustin. Hello. And then we go. And then the deer. Oh yeah, the new dialogue. This is some of the stuff we did get. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? And then the choice that had to be made because we did not have body strength. And we went for Gretchen. And the gunshot and the cops are, of course, is us of us. Hi, Wayne. How you doing? Creepy ass motherfucker. Sybil. I'm gonna bed. See you tomorrow. Okay. Yay, he's still here. Dustin, the boy. Yes, yes, yes. By sunset. Sunset. And we talked to Avery. Hello. And we were here. Rosalina. Yes. Hi, Dr. Kelly. Hello, Wayne. And there they go. Also, another one of the things that has changed. This moment right here. Two of the traits were swapped. What do I mean by swapped? To save the kids in the mines, you used to need keen eye. Now it's street smart. So those are swapped. The devs, of course, said that it would make sense when what was going to be the street smarts ones comes along. Sorry, I just noticed this little motherfucker here. What the fuck are you? Excuse you, what the fuck are you? What is this? Asshole. Anyway, that'll make sense. Part of me is a little bummed because I was really looking forward to the street smart save and now it's just an earlier thing that's, changed. Like, it's obviously not the end of the world. I'm still looking forward to whatever it is now, but yeah. Hello, Kanika. Hello, Kanika. Tabitha, hello. Yep. Wait, isn't Tabitha supposed to be here? Wait, Barg. Hello, there she is. Alright, we're in the mines. Here we are. Here we go. Hello, yep. And we collapse. Shit happens. We're in the bed. Fuck. And we wake up. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Take a fucking shower. Just scrub. Scrub. Be clean. I wish to check on Dustin. Yay! There are two of them now. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name, Mom. She come to visit. Hi, Dustin. Mom. Gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for take care of my boy. What happened to your glass house? Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin Mom out. Squatter try to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but squatter not evil. It just try to survive, just like all creatures. Dustin still have much to learn. Had a rough night. Can you console me? Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. Hiss! If Cat Monster want to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin Mom first. Dustin Mom will kill. Let Dustin and Mom eat like kings. This nature. Gotta go, bye. Okay. I love the possums. That's that. Alright, look out the window. Nothing. For now. Closet. Back. I'll message the group chat. Morning. How you guys holding up? Apparently bonded with Tabitha last night. Hell yeah. I don't remember. This is what happens when you have so many playthroughs of a game. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's eyes dart to the corner of the room, almost as if she's ashamed of being caught in the act of stress eating ice cream for breakfast. Bonjour, frou-frou. Bonjour, sacre bleu. I do not think you can just bonjour me because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I supposed to bear it? I see. Talking to my cat again. Are you sure you didn't get hit on your head last night? You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpacas like they're people. To me, they kind of are. Yeah, say hello to them. Hi! Hi, you must be Janie. Tabitha's mentioned be coming. That's right. I'm just here to do a little bit of cleaning. What cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I can have this whole place looking brand new, you know? Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Okie dokie. It's just so nice to finally meet you, Blaze. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner, Janie. But seeing someone new and meeting them face to face are 2 completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally meet you, and I'm so happy to part of the family. Family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company. What with everything that's Janie. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? This is where we start saving like mad things. The posters in my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. Ugh, this place is infested with those things. Aw, be nice. I think they're cute. Anyways, nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? Out with it. I don't want any of this talking animals nonsense. Just joshing. My dresser opossum store. Told you about the boot princess today, and now the dresser opossums are corroborating it. I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that last part. Tabitha sighs. I don't know what's out there. You've seen what I have to do for a living. I can't keep stock of whatever creatures roam a garden. I don't even have time to use. Oh, and if you're going to throw around pointed questions like that, I'd appreciate it if you didn't try passing them off on talking animals. Gosh, you two sound a little heated. Is everything alright? She won't believe I talk to animals! We're fine, Janie. Alrighty then, you let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Do I back up on this or no? Well, I want to try, let's see. Let's start with this initially. I'm sticking with this. I can talk to animals. Sure you can. Excuse me for being honest, Miss A. Okay. Just doing a quick audio check. Any updates from Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. Dad's lucky she's alive. I'm impressed by the fact that you ate an entire pint of ice cream for breakfast. Then again, I don't know how long you were standing here eating the ice cream. Let's get going. Got some things to run. You're not missing words. Sparing the grisly details does her a disservice for our own comfort. Now shall we go, or do you want to keep our... Boy, have breakfast! Lock up when you leave. I'll be praying for Oscar, poor little one, he's leaving. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. How do you clean this place? Thanks, last night was a lot. You need to talk. My husband is a priest? Preach? He preach! I mean, anyway, I'm not religious. That's alright. You'll stop by anyway. Yeah, why do you clean this place? Huh. I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job. I get paid. And of course I know the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do to make a little extra money. Plus maybe one of these days she'll actually really let me spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back in its full glory? It'd be a lot of work, but what a project. Imagine one person doing that. I'd be fucking impressed. Keep dreaming, Janie. Aw. Aw. fair. Okay, we're here. What are we doing at the general store? We have tea. Cool. What kind? Oh, it's tea. Yay, normal shit! You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. No, they fucking would be. That's very Hemingway of you. It worked out great for all his characters, too. And for him. How dare you compare me to him? That man wrote sentences like he was a child. I don't have time to read books anymore anyways. I read expense reports now. Come on already, let's go. The bells of the general store... Oh, here... It's a new song. It's Sybil's theme. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Blaze, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will be just a minute. Can I go with you? I like the tea room. I always like visitors in the tea room, but I'm afraid I'm too busy to be entertaining for long, so we won't be lingering. Might as well just wait out here. No need to cram in there like sardines. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. I'm taking a sip. Hang on. I don't really have anything to listen in with, do I? Not really. Chat with... So, Miles. Before you can finish your thought, you're halted by the tinkling of bells announcing another patron. Oh, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Blaze, aren't you? My name is Beau. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I couldn't save him. I'm so sorry. It's okay. My daddy used to say I'm as strong as they come, but I still get scared sometimes, out in the woods. I'm sure you did the best you could. Mom is pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone. And as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You were there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady, too. I expected she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't go looking for her just yet with everything going on. If you're scared of the woods, you shouldn't go up there. My daddy always said that even if I felt afraid, I should remember I was big and strong. He said if I knew to use my fists, there wasn't nothing that could hurt me, so he taught me how to use them. So these woods might still get scary sometimes, but I reckon there's no better way to show my daddy I've learned those lessons than to go out there and find him. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. They're the things that have been stealing your chickens. They're monsters that showed up when something bad was going to happen. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find him. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing, though. He died on the northwest edge of town, off the Asigna Trail. Thank you, Blaze. I appreciate I appreciate you trying to help us out. Don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her, Mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast if y'all want you could swing by. Otherwise, meet at the library and figure out a plan. Think I'm good. I just had a big fight. Not really hungry. Gonna chill in my van for a while if you want to hang out, though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Let's wait. You and Miles share an uncomfortably long moment of silence as Bo continues to shop. You doing okay, buddy? Miles glances up at you, eyes narrowed. Don't talk to me like we know each other. You're just Kanika's weird friend. I don't even remember your name. It's weird. It's Blaze. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and forget it again. I mean, I have a hard time remembering names too. Did you hear about how Rosalina's doing? No, Oscar apparently posted it on Facebook. Seem ancient enough to have a Facebook account. Why don't you check it yourself? I'm not your little newsboy. No, I know! I'm asking if you know, dumbass! She lost her foot, Miles. Shit, really? Maybe Rosalina's cooler than I thought. Dude! Miles returns to his phone. Tabitha bursts out of the tea room, tucking a pouch of herbs into her coat as she walks. She looks up at you in surprise. Wow, you actually stayed. I kind of expected you to go running off the instant I left you alone. I miss out on cousin bonding time? Tabitha sighs. Calling this cousin bonding time is what it takes to get you to stay out of trouble. Sure. Got a couple of hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone could walk up and start talking to me. Yeah, sodas! That's food! God damn it, woman. Have some nutrition in your life. Anyway, let's go. Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees, just more convenient, you know? Here, I thought company towns died out a century ago. It's just easier this way. Now, come on, let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. Okay. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all. Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable and have a soda. Oh yeah! We sitting gay today! Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling on the couch. I think that's more of a love seat, but yeah, let's call it a couch. Why not? Talk to Tabitha. Can we try that tea? Nope. Never get to travel. Saw your mug. My what? Oh yeah, one of Janie's. She's always saying we didn't have enough cups. There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Perlane, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked. She just tells me this stuff about her family. Anyway, she said they have mugs to spare. As if I need her charity. I guess she must have snuck a few in under my nose. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyway, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd love to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. Maybe when I retire, if that ever happens. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together. Yeah, maybe. I think I'd like that. Do you like living here? Like I said, it's the only thing I know. You don't need to have lived somewhere else to know if you like it here. I respectfully disagree. Everything in life requires context to properly understand. And I don't have context here. Seems hypocritical from someone who gave me a hard time for being from the city. I didn't want to like you. Do you actually like running the mines? Of course not. But it doesn't really matter. I've had years of Perlane drilling that into my head. Can't trust anyone else to do my job, and if I don't do it, the entire town falls to ruin. It's my burden to bear. Though I'd be lying if I said I haven't thought about running off. What would you want to do if you weren't here? Honestly, I'd like to be a bank teller, something like that. My entire life has been defined by my obligations. I'd like nothing more than to go somewhere, do a task, and go home. Not that it matters, I am here, and my life is defined by these obligations. Dreaming about some other life only makes the one I have more difficult. Why do you come here? Tabitha thinks her shoulder, her expression suddenly heavy. I guess the estate has a lot of history. This place is so new by comparison. It's like the estate is full of ghosts pressing down on me all the time, pressuring me to do what they want. When I'm here, I can just imagine a life where I shouldn't have to think about the 200 years of history resting on my shoulders. Honestly, I wasn't joking when I said I could imagine living as a bank teller. What was Perlaney like? Okay, I guess you should at least know something about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. She was my mother. She was your mom's twin sister. Fraternal. They didn't look anything alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day from what I heard. Perlaney was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? How did she die? Sleep apnea. Did you two get along? No, that woman was a monster. What was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. Never got divorced, just separated. Probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet Fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. Sorry, that must have been really hard for you. I don't really think about it. If he didn't want anything to do with me, his loss. What do you think about the other ones? It's complicated. They built the town, they built the mine. They're the whole reason you and I are here today. They weren't angels, I know that, but they're dead. They've been dead a long time. Are you talking about the other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us? Or our upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history since she never bothered. Perlane and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mine before Perlane, then Perlane took over. Now here I am, following in their footsteps. What was Grandma Eddie like? Did you like her? Tabitha was quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kinda scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. Yeah, that's the Skrull. It's just been women for a couple of generations now. But we'd never let some stranger jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. What happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. I mean, didn't I read a lot about this? Not that I mind her telling me, but like... Yeah, I had book smarts. I read so much shit. Yeah, found the... oh well. What happened to the rest of the family? A lot of kids. Oh, okay. I should have just waited another second. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff and some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have any of it memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness. Then she died from having our moms. I think Grandma Eddie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. Can't believe we're actually hanging out. I can. It's why you came all the way down here, isn't it? What I can't believe is that I'm actually almost enjoying it. What kind of things did Perlaney tell you about me and my mom? Doesn't matter what she told anyone about you. She's dead, and in a few days we're going to bury her in the ground. What do you really think about me? I'm glad you're here. Please don't make me say anything more than that. It's degrading for both of us. I'm really glad I came up here. Tabitha pauses as she takes a long contemplative swig of her soda. Yeah, Ask about the other people in town. Some dinner at Reese's place. I don't really know about him. What's your deal with Stella? Can you tell me now? Alright, fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week. Spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips and... Anyway, Perlane didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was busy learning the ropes at the mines. Perlane made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and tried to move on. That sounds like an old novel about two very good female friends. I can see your biography now. Tabitha Scarlet and Stella Richmond never found men to marry, so they lived out the rest of their days together as gal pals. They're just friends, Your Honor! Exactly, gal pals. Except I would never have a roommate. Tabitha, please. And that ship has sailed anyway. Do you want me to try and get you in with Kanika? Please, if she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Blaze. Okay. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. Yeah, but... nah. You can't hear my conversation. It's fine. I'll whatever about it later. What do you think of Avery? Who? Avery works at the diner? Wears plant shirts? No idea, genuinely. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone knows her, but I don't know if anyone actually knows her well. Why did you hire Janie? Do we want to ask about Wayne? That's the... Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? Yeah, sorry. It's a sore spot for me. Hey, Malphite, welcome on in! Welcome to the Holler. Like I said, I don't know who's following you around, but it can't be him. Perlane said him packing. He's gone. Alright, I'll let it go this time. The police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Alright, you coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there, but so will Kanika. I doubt she'd be thrilled to see me again, but there's no point in arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Whoop! I accidentally full screened. No! Crap! Okay, I fixed it. Thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes. Yes. Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in on Oscar. Yes. I guess it's time. Talk to animals. Oh, talk to animals and book smarts. Ooh, gotta meet the dog mayor and tell him there's a curse on the town. You're joking, right? At least you know the mayor is a dog. She judged me. She judged me so much. Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawning over the little guy in his mayor getup. And if Stella's gonna be there. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. Yes, that's all we need, sodas. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. I'm kind of nervous. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares. Becca? Teen stares at you from a distance as the fierce woman tears into Tabitha. This must be your mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor, sweet, innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. husband told your daughter it was safe to go into that mine. Of course he was demoted. I'm right here. Even if he did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to that mine was actually secured. Look, unless we filled that thing with fucking cement or some shit, just Count of Amontillato'd it up, like, those kids would have gotten in anyway. Actually, even if you secure it that way, you just dig around it. There'll be hell to pay, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs that place was boarded up. I did my legal duty, and you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. Can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard the last from us. You'll see. Fucking bitch woman. God damn it, she's right. I can't just hang around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. I should be up there, even if it's just to oversee what's going on. I'm supposed to run this place. I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. Okay, bye. Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Time to take a sip. Sip time! Time to have a chitty chat with the mayor. You went to the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in a corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! Surprised to see you here, Blaze. I half expected you to have skipped town. Why? What happened that I already forgot about? Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Blaze to the mayor for, like, the entire time I've known her. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And, unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. Security goon! The mayor scoffs. Off duty. The services you render for me are more important than your police work. You still haven't found Duke's body. What are you even doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. Especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear this stranger out. Tourism is part of the town's lifeblood, after all. He's a dog. And you're an ape, and yet here I am, the big dog in charge. Yeah, sure. He's the mayor. Hadn't you already pieced that together? Well, why? Mean to me. You act all excited and shit, and now you're like, didn't you already know? And I'm like, you still haven't found digits about it. Lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches. But that would knock off his hat. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interest at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. So do I just say I knew he'd be a dog? What bearing does that have on anything? Yeah, didn't you already figure that out? Yeah, why do you look upset over this? Okay, we're happy again. Alright, moving on. Yay, dog! And everything else that's good here. Close fifth. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constituents. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. We're doomed, aren't we? Doomed? No way! Not while we're on the case. Scarlet Hollow has lasted since at least the early 1900s with a dog in its highest seat of power. So I don't think that's what'll make or break things. Maybe a dog mayor is good luck. Who knows? If you hear about the pet disappearances, I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It is autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There's a mine collapse yesterday. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? So you know there are monsters laying eggs in the local animals and you're just gonna let it happen? Lay eggs? Laying eggs? Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure that whatever is causing these disappearances is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in the hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, it's best not to cause panic. I'm a pillar of the community. It is my job to project strength to my constituents. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you going to finally do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps would never have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back, waiting for the humans to notice, and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those dogs are old. It's fair for me to assume they simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. Ugh, I guess every politician is corrupt and cowardly, even actual dogs. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing the throats out of any creature who dares threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet he's posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, girl. Old girl, you're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now is a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Blaze, you gotta fill me in on this feud later. I've always been curious why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. She walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate, ne'er-dweller! You dog! Kanika is quick to follow. Let's go! More sippies. There they are. Looks like everyone is already talking to Oscar. Or you can catch up. He's here! Why do you wear your necklace outside of your shirt, by the way? Like, it's not a big deal or anything, obviously. Like, you know, you do you. Just why do you wear it on the outside? I'm just curious. Like you could tuck it into your shirt. Or, like, you know, have it around your neck and not your shirt, but still, like, you know, hanging outside your shirt, or maybe that's... But then I feel like that would snag. Anyway, he's here! Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Blaze. Everyone's buzzing about you. So sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Let's not kill ourselves. We both know she's in fucking hell. I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good deep down inside. It's best not to speak ill of the dead. JD mentioned you this morning. Hey, I love my wife. The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of the town. The pastor goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you, intently studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. Please, come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about. Bye! He hurries off, suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now, we catch up with everybody else. Whee! Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary that has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. Tabitha told me what happened this morning, but I didn't realize it was so bad. Yeah, there's nothing left they could save, they said. Sorry, I can't think about it right now. Oscar, I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there'd been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted, the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place. And Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. Could always go in ahead and do a Ghostbuster or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she should be able to go back to her old room as soon as she gets back. It's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are gonna have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. We have the power of friendship on our side. Well, you're the one who believes in that the most. Don't give me that look. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you then. Oscar hurries off, keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Let's go! We're not gonna... No. I wonder if he knows what happened last night. I don't know if anybody tells him shit. I don't know. Maybe we'll just play it by ear. Anyway. So about the mayor, by the way. Right, yeah! He's corrupt. The dog cares more about tourism money than protecting the town. Does Scarlet Hollow even get tourists? Kanika laughs. We get a few. Who all come to see the mayor. The plot thickens. Look at Kanika, she's just like, Tabitha, no. Tabitha, please. I met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time before he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving those little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. His vibes are bad. Glad you feel the same way. There's just something about the way he's always smiling. It's so creepy. The man was grinning through all of my dad's funeral. I'll never forget that. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There's just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He could look for a friend somewhere else. Let's invite Avery, because why the fuck not? And we've already done this before, by the way. I'm telling you ahead of time that I invited Tabitha. You're really pissed about this, and I'm sorry. If anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. So the last night was a disaster. For all we know, Tabitha just escalated things. Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. Let's go to Reese's! Let's go! Yep. Nope, I can't skip. I guess there's new shit. You once again find yourself... Oh, that's another thing. With the latest update, everything is basically quote-unquote new. So it's like you never did it. Like, you're fresh to the game. No skipping or jumping. So a lot of the stuff I can't jump because it thinks I haven't gotten it yet. But, not the end of the world. No big deal. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live during the best of times. You can only imagine the challenges of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. Yeah. Sippies. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Stella, no. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. Door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Blaze, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Blaze updates. Got there in the end. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside, but it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chew dog jerky stashed away. The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights! But we go everywhere together. Girl, I get that. I get that she's your emotional support dog. I understand all of it. But you were told in advance, and just bringing her anyway wasn't gonna change anybody's mind. I'm just saying. Do you want to come in or not? Kaniga nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, please, you hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Blaze? Are you coming in? Alright, I'm not... oh. Fuck! Alright, Gretchen called you a monster, Reese. Any idea what's up with that? No clue. She never liked me. Reese doesn't do well with dogs. Now come on in. Let's get this over with. Okay, that was absolutely no fuss. Did she just not question the fact that I could talk to the animals? I just realized, like, she... Ma'am? You just kind of rolled with that, ma'am. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven, the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. You still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You could still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. Whee! You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spent all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. Your mom's really looking out for you? That's one way to look at it, I guess. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. Used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she's a little harsh, she still means well. It's like you said, she's just looking out for me. And we don't. I'm not calling your mom hot! Reese's mom has got it going. No. I get that. She's just worried about you. Are you sure it's not just that I did something wrong and she's never forgotten it and will hold it against me until the day I die? Actually, Kanika, I think she admires you. She says you have a good work ethic and she has a lot of respect for people like that. Really? She said that? Oh. I can't even imagine how mean she is to people she doesn't like. I think she's usually nicer to them. That's how you know you've really messed up. That's kind of funny, not gonna lie. What about me? Did she say things about me? Do you want to know? Well, when you say it like that, no, I'll just keep imagining us as very good friends. So, Stella told you everything about the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure that you can't sneak out one of these nights? Doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Yeah. What do you think about the distilings? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. And we've already talked and seen a lot of this in the previous ones. Sorry if you're new to this and I'm skipping through the dialogue. But you know, do you think the town is doomed? Well, it depends on what you mean by doomed. What do you think of my cousin? And we leave it at that. Sorry about your situation. What's your diagnosis, if I can ask? We don't fucking know your art. I have book smarts! I get this! Real Goya Black Period vibes with a healthy dose of Bernard's... That person. Definitely Goya, though. Thank you, I think. Yes, that's a good thing. Then thank you. I really appreciate it. To be honest, I don't know much about art history. I am an art history major. Technically, I minored in art history, I guess, so not major, but anyway. Don't give me the chance, I won't shut up. It's not exactly a popular subject in tiny K-12 rural schools, so my art education was lacking. I'm working in the dark as far as influence. And you're doing great, man. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online, just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late-night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella. Having to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of you lives in their heads. Knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Side eyes. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is a live stream during school hours, when am I gonna be able to see what you've been working on? Vods, for one. Unless he doesn't save his streams. Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings. Then you can sell them. Then you can see them all. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'd be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. Be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. Pretty cool. You wanna go ghost hunting? Can't do. Dinner's gotta be ready, right? Dinner's on the table. Up we go. Gotta wash your hands. Yes, ma'am. Off we go. What do I have again? Oh, talk to animals and book smarts. Yeah, I can't avoid the door. Door! I got lost. I'm looking for the bathroom. So you passed by the open door that's clearly a bathroom and went snooping around? Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting for you. Look, I know I'm being currently possessed by whatever's beyond the door, but like... I have blatantly walked past shit before. Return to the door. Stop it! Book smart. She's the town doctor. This dinner might be a good opportunity to question her about recent events. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He immediately swallows them. Give the dude a glass of water. Stella, we were supposed to bring ginger beer. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is this pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Like, everyone's just trying to have nice small talk. What exactly does he have? He has a combination of genetics, disease, blah, blah, blah. Too much to get into. I'm fine talking about it. I don't wanna. You can feel the tension rising at the table. Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. Thanks, Doc. We're not talking about fastidious disorder. Small talk. Thank you for putting this together. What were they like as kids? The squirrel. How well do you know Tabby? I probably shouldn't ask about the dead body, the danger. You're a doctor. Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I'm a doctor, not an EMT. But once she's back in town, I expect we'll be seeing a lot of each other. She won't be the first amputee I've treated, so at least I have some experience. The poor kid. It's going to be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina. I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she seemed in high spirits. Pain meds will do that. She's not wrong. Have the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last night I heard they still haven't found it. Body? I was under the impression he was just missing. No, Duke definitely died. I saw the footage. I saw it for myself in person. So did Blaze. He's not missing. How the hell did that happen? Sello said it was one of those things in the woods, ditchlings. They made him misfire. Ditchlings? Oh, I see. This is for one of your videos, huh? Reese, you should know better than to lend any credence to Stella's little cryptozoology stories. I don't doubt that something happened to him, but I'm sure there were no little ghouls involved. I've seen them, Mom, outside my window at night. They're real. You don't have to talk to me like I'm a kid. I might be sick, but I'm still capable of reason, okay? Are you sure they aren't just raccoons, or... Stop downing everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going on in Scarlet Hollow. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody's making eye contact with anyone else. Hallucinations. I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. Are you sure? Not even a little bit? Could help out our investigation into the strange goings-on. Not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mind collapse? Your little ghouls? I think it's best left to the professional, Stella, not someone who runs around the woods with a camcorder. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but... You're in an abandoned mine. The chances that you are huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that and treat it as a tragic accident. Treat it as the tragic accident that it was. Not like some kind of mystery that needs to unravel. Take a sip. Strange illness is spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met any with the miners who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why did you just have Blaze ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. If you're the medical examiner, do you know how my aunt died? She suffocated. Tabitha said she suffered from sleep apnea. And at your late aunt age, it can be deadly. You should have come in more often. If she'd let me know about it, that she was having trouble sleeping, we could have worked on a solution. And who knows, maybe she'd still be here. No one in the holler thinks they need a doctor until they're 6 feet under, I swear. You remain silent, quietly picking at the store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. Yeah, watching a movie, see how you're feeling, can handle a movie, we'll just be downstairs. No. And now we're pissed. Understandably so. You seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves. I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. Okay, bye. 3 of you were rushed out the door. We'll be back, Reese. Hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of the lock signals the end to your dinner at Reese's. Oh, something weird in the back of the clinic. Like I was forced to the door. Like I was hypnotized. It sucked. It was kind of similar. There's another carving in there. That's so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. You're not suggesting we poke around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not breaking into the Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Blaze got. Alright, actually, I'm gonna be AFK for a second. I need to close the blinds, turn on some lights. I've lost the little thing. There we go. And I consider, what choice to be made. And turn on the light so I can see. Be right back. Alright, editing. I remember to turn that off because sometimes I do not. And come back around to here. Here we go. You know what? There is something seriously wrong with that dynamic. That's probably the understatement of the week. The whole thing is fishy, and I'm starting to feel my fear of Dr. Kelly is a little more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. She has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them. Sucks for both of them. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Yeah, you don't know. You don't know. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Yeah, that's fair. Lit by the orange shoes of the Hi! I see you in the wind. You're fucking creepy. There's that part of the statue. I can't. The fuck? Also, they're here. Motherfuckers up here. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. Maybe Kanika's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of the night tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. Book smarts. Your thoughts jump to the ghost books you've read over the years. So often the ghosts in stories are metaphors for something else. Are real ghosts metaphors too? Based on what we already know, that's a good question, actually, considering. Enter the library! Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar! Are you back yet? Shh! You can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina is situated in the back room. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side nonstop. She's been a real good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least. I'm not. She's probably better off at the hospital, to be completely honest. And we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, the temperature gauze, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches, and candles for rituals. Wow. Hey, we're back to phasmophobia, it seems, and I'm taking a sip. And you've got your spectre-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Luega board. I know they're toys, but you never know when one might come in handy. Whoa, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Yeah, I left a couple bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Hello? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you can make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing, always happy to offer a hand or two. Hope you aren't taking this as seriously as anybody else. I need someone else to be irrational with. Whoa, is this an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered your bases. Oh no. Hey, I'm as rational as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplained stuff on Monday. That mine is only collapsing again after 100 years while all three of you were in there? I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. This town is one supernatural fucking death trap. I swear it's not usually like this. It's a really nice place to visit most of the time, just not this week, apparently. Yeah, you can tell from all the shuttered storefronts and jaded residents. Maybe this place has been a metaphorical death trap for a long time, and it's decided to be a more obvious one now. Thank you, Kanika. The leaves are really pretty this time of year, though. They sure are. See, it has its charms. Yo, don't go rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way I was gonna forget about your prom, Stella. Zane, glad you can make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. Oh my, this certainly is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else. Thank you, Gretchen. Hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. This is everyone. We can go ahead and... This is everyone. This is it. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess you can catch up to us when she gets here. Well, if you're all itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. Hey, human! Kick ghost ass, okay? All my stuff is in there. all my stuff in there. I'll pretend there's like an apostrophe S. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina, you're not supposed to be out of bed. This is your business. I've done enough resting, and it's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. Let the pup come. It's best to give her the chance to face her obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. Gretchen, you don't know what's gonna happen. Gretchen! You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. Gotta learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is 1 story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The answer is no, Rosa. You need to rest. As if. I can't get any rest in that crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy? Since when do you use language like that? When you have this taken care of, nearly half the town was here to help. What are you gonna do, old man? You can't stop me. I'm injured, remember? I'm not that old. You better turn or I'll ground you. Dad, I'm pretty sure I'm as grounded as I can get, and I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. You're fucking wincing, girl. This is not a convincing face. Can I just say that right now? Your face does not instill confidence in me. At all. That's because you're on painkillers, Rosa. That doesn't mean that. Rosa ignores him, grimacing but confident as she hobbles forward on her crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Okay. Poor guy. And we all cross the threshold! Ta-da! Book smarts! You can imagine fuck, I actually wanted to read that. My bad. You can imagine long winter nights reading by the fireplace without a care in the world. Yay! Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. You might want to save your camera for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Let's get the show on the road. I don't have all night. Gretchen looks like the most startled one. Tabby! Great, she's here. Wow, Blaze, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. You could have at least knocked. Like, you just came in. And I know the thing is, you just came in like you owned the place, which you do, but could you just, like, knock? Yeah, I know. We all know. Blaze, what makes you think inviting her was a good idea? The fucking knife cat look. I like her. We're friends. Really? Yeah, so what? Like, it's weird to be friends with your cousin? Wow, Blaze, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Stella, I don't think you're helping, girl. Yeah, amazing. That's the word for it. Sounds like... Phone, what are you lighting up? Go away. Ah, whoop, that was my water bottle. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Oh dear, could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? Sure does. I definitely feel that. Same. I got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. We're wasting time! To the bedroom! Yeah, but we don't have to rush there. I'm sure we can deal with it from out here, right? What, are you actually scared or something? You're an adult with a child. Grow up. Tabitha... Bat! Bat, 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 bat. Shut it, Tabitha. No one wants your opinion. Bat! Bat, 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 bat. Stella, I've been meaning to ask. Do you actually know how to get rid of ghosts? How exactly we're going to get rid of it if we find one? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols from every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Waluigi board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Luigi boards supposed to be super cursed? Are you sure they won't make it more mad or invite demons into the house or something? Oh, Wow boards are toys. The only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. That sounds like fun to me. Might as well give it a try, right? What's the worst that could happen? We make the ghost mad and it gives us more evidence. Sounds like a win-win. I think I'd rather not take the chance. Only one ghost is enough to deal with. I don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Haha, you have no idea how bad it gets. This is gonna suck so much. Wow, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This town really has... This ghost, not the town. The ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. I was gonna take some deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house. Though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you aren't sure. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears atop of the stain. Do you mean the massive blood stain? It's a Gretchen at least point. Okay, something I've definitely mentioned in past streams and playthroughs and such is how nobody talks about the smell. Like, blood is smelly. Blood is stinky. Why no one say stinky? It stink. And you need anyway. Yes, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know how about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird. I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. And your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and stain keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I've never heard of bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If you're offering a free carpet cleaning, be my guest. Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Ghost blood. Or just a rusty pipe leak. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Blaze and Stella are suggesting. I don't know, ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Kanika is obviously right. Did it really not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Sally excitedly starts tugging at the corners of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help! This is my area of expertise, after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it is stained in reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Nope. Whoa, a hidden hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement to this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. Look at all this. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted. Alright, you've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. You know, y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is underneath that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet. It's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. That's not blood, it's human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here, too. It's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room. I need to know what's down there. Also, I can kind of understand that. Like, if there were, like, what if there's a person? I mean, there was a person, but... Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I am all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevasse. I'm going for it! Congratulations! I'm taking a moment for a sip. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like the door... Why does it look like we're going to Oscar's house? Didn't we just fucking leave that? I fucked up somehow, I'm sure. Let's just go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is missing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. I mean, we could just, turn around and look behind us. I'm just saying. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze. Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having a stroke at the same time? Having the same stroke at the same time? Do you see the creature behind the thorns? That's the one that That's one of the bad omens that we talked about. Ew. Did we fucking die? Don't be so dramatic. I think I know if we were dead. Why? Have you been dead before? There's gotta be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait, do you hear music? Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Gretchen. Bark, bark, woof, bark! I'm sorry, that's a little funny. I guess the ghost doesn't understand dog, so when Gretchen is saying, I guess whatever her dog was saying, it just go bark, bark. Also, did I notice the unicorn back there before? 'Cause yeah, there's the ram. There's the unicorn. Huh? Holy fuck, you scared me! Yeah, cut it out! Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You've gotta be kidding me. Wasn't that our great-grandmother's name? I just heard a church bell, too. Yes, and Stella knows that. Quit messing with us, Stella. It's not funny. I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. You absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Am I supposed to memorize lines or something? Maybe this is all part of one of Stella's videos. I hope it is. Arf, arf! I can. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up! Shut up! How do we snap her out of this? I don't know. Is there a bucket of water somewhere? Ooh, bucket of water. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came for, it's not worth it. Let her go, please. She's gone along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. Can we hold hands for safety? Not because either of us are scared. Actually, that might be a good idea, but only because I don't want us to get separated. She takes your hand. Hers trembles slightly in yours. Let's go back, all right? The two of you turn back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's turn back. Yeah, maybe we just got turned around. The two of you turn around, only to be met with the same door. Where's the annex? Where are we? Okay, what if I keep my eyes on the door and you turn around? Okay, I guess that's worth a shot. Tabitha walks behind you and turns around. You feel her back crash into yours as she stumbles backward in shock. You've got to be kidding me. Can you still see it? Unfortunately, yes. Screw this! Your cousin turns back around, storms up to the door, and throws it open. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits on the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Junior, pack your things. Quick, hurry. Jesus, Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Maybe we should run him out on the rail too. Make an example of the whole family. Hold on a second, I need to sip. Grab Tabitha, turn around, and just leave. You're the master of your own universe, and you won't let this ghost tell you what to do. You approach the nearest door, your cousin staying close to your side. Oh. This is making me sick. It's like being inside an Escher painting. I'm gonna close the door before I hurl. Look behind you. Step back from the door and look behind you. Your cousin stares at you in horror. Return to the other side of the door. Alright, fine. Close the door and turn back around. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. The ghost is showing us its memories, isn't it? It's trying to communicate with us. If she weren't possessed, Ella would love this so much. Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. As for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? I don't think we should be paying attention to the symbolism in these rooms. Don't give me that look. It could be important. That bleeding lamb, which we can't currently see, portrait on the wall might be a good place to start. And the pickaxe is probably emphasizing this place's connection to the mines. You could have fun doing that by yourself. Trust me, boy, the coppers aren't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. I think there's more to this story than just the mine collapse. We're still missing a lot of the story here. What more could there possibly be? We get it, Ghost. You have trauma. But I've got some news for you. We all have trauma. Most of us don't use it as an excuse to trap people in some sort of psychedelic fun house. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be paying with dolls anyway. You're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No big inheritance for you. Here's the lamb. Broken angel. I'm guessing that's his father getting run out. Or maybe. Alexis and Rosalina are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in an empty room. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white sand void. Oh, more water. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Okay, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. Whatever we saw in this room at least happened right after the Shaw mine collapse in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. So many ditchlings in here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. I wonder you were such a mess when you came back on Monday. Thank you for understanding. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this, shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside. It's night. A false moon looming massive in the painted sky. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively in their calls, unnaturally tinny, Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. What about a cassette fished from the bottom of the pond? Because I found one of those in Twin Towers. So I have a rough idea of what that would sound like, but that was a cassette, not a record. Anyway. Ugh, what magic word do we have to say to get you to let us go? We're sorry, okay? Whatever our family did to piss you off so much, we're sorry. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Okay, these scenes are out of order. This one must be after the garden and after the collapse. That's exactly what I was thinking. This has to be after he met back up with Edwardine. Wait, what am I doing? I refuse to get invested in figuring out this weird little puzzle. But if we figure it out, we might be able to leave, damn it! There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret's safe with me. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts, just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? The plot chickens. So, Edwardine and Charlie. Let me just spoil it for you and say it doesn't work out. Our great-grandfather's name was not Charles. Ha ha, ha, ha. Yeah. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? There should be some kind of theme with the possessions, like who's playing what role. Stella was Edwardine, Rosalina seemed to be the guy's mom, Alexis was some angry townsperson, and Kanika is some nosy old lady? There's a pattern here, I'm not seeing it. You're starting to get into the puzzle, aren't you? Maybe it'll be clearer once we've seen the full ensemble. Yeah, maybe. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you could both go free. No more misfortune, not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. Kanika Mine's handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. Some more plants or symbolism. Okay, symbolism in this room. The flies on the flowers could symbolize something that looks like it should be sweet, but is actually rotten. Do you know what some of this other stuff is? No, and I don't see how that helps us. It's obvious that no one should trust this lady. I mean, just listen to the way she talks. I don't need a fly-infested flower to tell me something is up with her. That's where you'll find them. You'll need her there, and be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. Bye! And then she's gone. And there's the ram. Clouds, the moon, the witch. I think the flowers are toxic. Tabitha sighs. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die. Whichever. Before the two of you leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saturine and stomach-churning scent of decay. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? How'd you get in here? You say that like it would be hard. Creatures like this are all smoke and mirrors. No substance, no real power. Just enough to keep you both going in circles. Tabitha grabs your arm, her grip tight and nervous. We're getting out of here. Wouldn't unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Blaze. I don't think that girl is any good for you. Stella, was that her name? She seems skilled at finding trouble. Maybe I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Goodbye! Tap of the bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella! The fuck is he gonna do? We can't think about that right now. We have to focus on getting out of here. I'm sure everything will go back to normal and everyone will be fine once we do. That thing got in. There must be a way out. Come on, we're gonna keep going. Ram. Whoop. Ram's gone. The two of you step out from the brush and into the long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say, I'd say to him, I'd say it now. I'm just looking at the... God, also just the sounds he makes. Like a person recorded this, like, fuck. As Zane is swept away, the room pulls itself to you and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. Oscar lies in its center looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles meant I'm leaving you all alone now. Bottles and rails. There's liquor everywhere, and after the collapse, Senior was run out of town on a rail, hence all the rails. The goat portrait back there is what the wounded lamb from the room with Rosalina grew up to be. Same as the goat head in the garden, as in Charles Jr., Charlie. Yeah, that seems to sum it up. Jeez, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Ugh, that's exactly what he wants us to feel, isn't it? Oscar looks so small and pathetic in that bed. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but the damn snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Something on your mind? It was Charles Shaw's fault. That's just a fact. You know what they say about history. It's written by the victors. And Charles Sr. was clearly not a victor. As if the Scarlets were any kind of victors themselves. The collapse hurt their reputation too, you know. It took several years for the mine to recover. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names and cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Actually, you'll be able to rest just fine, for better or worse. Your son, on the other hand, fuck. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell the people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. So wait, this is after the scene with Rosalina and before the scene with Stella? That sounds about right. And the scene with Kanika. I wonder how many more of these there are gonna be. Damn it, boy, I may not have until morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. Stand in silence. You watch as Oscar's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole he left in the bed, leaving you to follow. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. There's the unicorn, and I'm guessing that's, yep, the ram on the horse, coming to try and either fight or save the unicorn. Actually, from what we know, or potentially remember y'all from before, this is the point where he's trying to save her. And we all know how that goes. But yeah, another fucky little ditchling motherfucker. Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Okay, who's this? You keep asking me things like I know any better than you do. We've both been seeing the same rooms. Don't you know better than me? Hang on. Also, why did we lose the music? No, wait, load. Thank you. You're the one who grew up here. I just thought you might recognize stuff. It's not like this is exactly what the real world looks like, is it? How am I supposed to recognize anything when it's all messed up like this? I just thought it was worth asking. For all we know, none of this even happened. And even if this did happen, who's to say this is even close to accurate interpretation? We're watching the memories of a dead man. No. Not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. The castle, the goat knight, the unicorn. Are the estate Charles Jr. and Edwardine, I'm guessing. But that's definitely not her behind the bars. No, definitely not. Mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. I mean, technically, yes, but no. Yes, it seems your little tryst bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out. Yeah, that's not in her veins. That the womb is not a vein. The baby's blood is the baby's blood. The mom doesn't get that. That's not how, like, I kind of get what you said, but, like, no. Tabitha's eyes go wide. But if this is the estate, is there a room with bars on the window? Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. No, you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. That's a lot of locks. This is definitely supposed to be the estate, but I can't tell how much of this is real and how much is metaphor. Stop talking, we might miss something. It's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. I wish I could. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die, but if I were you, I would use my healthy legs to run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. I hear the beaches are nice. Why not take a permanent vacation there? I would love to go to the beach right now. Ah, you've been talking to the witch then? How very interesting. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella! Are witches real? Who knows, but don't take anything this thing says at face value. It could be saying things to intentionally mess with us. How does it know that? This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. That room. What's the deal with that room? You heard what it said. It was some kind of prison. Why are you asking me like I know? Let's just keep going. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. And I take another sippy because this is a lot of reading. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. Stella stares at you and indecipherable murmurs shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Unicorns behind Tabitha. The little baby sheep ram goat is there. Those are 3 anyway. The puppets. Ugh, I don't know why, but this feels so much worse than the last room. Yep. It's so lovely. Are you sure I could keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Neither of them ever left the shadow of their parents, did they? I guess not. I don't think either Charlie or Edgerdine really got what they wanted out of life. Doesn't justify what this ghost is doing, though. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it, though I wish I could make it move like you can. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. If we're near the end of things, do we have a plan yet? If you're asking that question, then the answer is no. I'm waiting to see what happens once the show is over. A traveling show? You want me there too? Could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. I wish we could go back in time all those years ago and tell them what we know. Me too. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. There, are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trap door in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. We're the final performers, aren't we? We must be. Which one is going to open the door? Why are you asking that? Are you scared? Of course I'm scared. Okay, I'll do it. You carefully step towards the trap door. Creaks open all of its own. As a heads up, there's going to be a brutal murder. We are literally going to see and hear someone get their head beat in. If you don't want to watch, if you don't want to listen, whatever, feel free to jump ahead a little bit. If you leave the audio on, I will say when it is over. Oh god, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? And it's over. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. How do you know we're not related to Charlie? Easily. Edwardine had more than one child, and our grandmother, Mary Bell, was the eldest. Shit. Okay, maybe I don't have a neatly constructed logical argument for why he can't be our great-grandfather, but somebody would have told me. Why aren't these broken memories time-stamped? What now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? Are you talking to us? Don't answer it! You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please, I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years. To pay for the years that were taken from me. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it's absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. The sins of the father to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! Book smarts. You're on trial here, aren't you? Advocate for yourself. If you're putting us on trial, you need to give us a chance to present our case. Yeah, we have rights, you know. Take it you have a plan, then? Book smarts. Your plea is met with silence. But silence isn't judgment. Keep talking. For all your focus on the collapse and your death, have you forgotten about Eddie's pregnancy? We're not just Scarlets, we might be Shaws. That's right, our grandmother was Edwardine's eldest child. She could have been your child. More silence, keep going. Tabitha knew Edwardine as Grandma Eddie growing up. What does that have to do with anything? It means that part of her never died. Eddie must have thought about Charlie every time someone said her name. A fresh tension bubbles up in the air. You're almost out of this. Why should the sins of our forefathers be passed on to us? You don't need anything from us to move on. Whether you realize it or not, nobody is keeping you here but you. We can't give you closure. The jury box is pulled away, and you and Tabitha are brought face to face with the spirit. It's time for your closing argument. One way or another, be it by blood or be it by influence, we're your legacy, Charlie. It's time to let go. I don't think she liked that. Silence. I was about to say something, but was that whispering? Hang on, I need to turn up my audio. There is absolutely... It's very quiet, but there's absolutely the ditchling whispering going on. I kind of don't want to deafen you guys, so I'm not going to turn it up myself, but... Yeah, it's there. Alright, let me readjust my audio. Kind of wish I picked something else and I maybe just said let him go, but whatever. Hello! You and Tabitha come to in a basement. You're in the basement. A mound of packed dirt in front of you. Your friends are nowhere to be seen, though Sybil remains standing on the stairwell, as if she's been patiently waiting for you to get up. Ah, the spirit is gone and the two of you are back, and both of you are whole. I have to admit that this is quite an unexpected outcome. Excellent work, Blaze. Hope you don't mind, but I took advantage of the distraction to free everyone else. They're all outside. Take all the time you need to collect yourselves. I'll see you out there. Sybil heads up the stairs, leaving you and Tabitha alone in the basement. Huh. So that actually worked. I gotta stop picking fights with you! Investigate the shallow ground. Before you go, you decide to investigate the shallow ground in the middle of the room. Tabitha follows close behind you and watches you dig. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken, at the bottom of the pit. There's another stone carving down there, just like the one we saw in the mines last night. This must have been where the map took him. Your cousin stands in contemplative silence. We shouldn't leave him here, right? Maybe we can come back tomorrow and give him a proper burial. That would be nice. Come on, let's go. Yeah. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. Finally, we're out of the fun house. I'm gonna go wait by the car. The last thing I want to do after all that is talk to people. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See you around, Rosalina. See you, Alexis. Wait! Zane walks off down the road. How were we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so sore. My bones were not meant to bend like that. I'm gonna be hurting for a few days at least. Poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure that you have that much of a grasp on the real and unreal? Blaze, is it really gone? I'm just happy I could help. You're too modest. It's a considerable feat to reason with a spirit like that. I can't believe you actually got us out of there. You got our house back. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to make it up to you. Do you think that ghosts are actually real? Stella's gotta be over the moon right now. Actually, wait, where is Stella? Oh, she's just standing over there, by herself. That doesn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost, and she's standing off by herself. Which, like, fair, that'd be a normal reaction from anyone else who hadn't just seen a ghost. But this is Stella we're talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to her. You walk over to Stella. I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful! I don't think my dear Stella is having an easy time with it. Oh, hey Blaze. You okay? I'm so sorry, Blaze. I don't think I could talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Do any of you know who you were supposed to be? No idea. Words just came out. There's no context, nothing. But there was a weird feeling, like an overwhelming guilt. I was so angry. I was mostly just scared. I didn't feel any of those things. I don't know how to describe it. I felt powerful. I was just cold. I can't believe I let Rosalina go in there. How could I have been so careless? After everything she went through on the last day, how could I have let this happen? You tried pretty fucking hard to warn us, dude. You actually tried pretty hard to warn us about things, Oscar. None of us took you seriously enough. Well, I should have done a better job warning you. I should have known how bad it could have gotten in there. I shouldn't have let Rosalina come with us. Dad, what did I tell you? Stop blaming yourself. You couldn't have stopped me. If you tried, we were just going to sneak in after you. Yeah, Rosalina was going to make us go in there no matter what. You didn't put a ghost in our house. This is not on you. I know you've both had a difficult time of this, but this storm has passed and everything worked out. Things will start to get better from here. What was it like being puppeted? They all glance away. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. You didn't do anything wrong, okay? I have no idea what I was going to say until the words were literally spilling out. It's like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory. Poor souls, I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. Were you all conscious the whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun too, but mostly awful. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. There was another carving in there. They keep giving me visions. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but 2 of them on back-to-back nights? And if you and Stella are right, there's another one in the clinic. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You've been finding carvings around town and they've been giving you visions? This is news to me too. I'm sure everyone could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There'll be plenty of time for that tomorrow. Blaze, if you have the time, I'd love to discuss these visions over tea after you've had the chance to get some rest. I ran into Wayne. He was poking Wayne in one of the rooms. He vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? That creep threatened her? Should we be worried about her? Of course we should be. I'll make sure Stella knows what's going on. There was someone else in there? But it's my house. Rosalina and I live there. Did he say anything else to you? You don't need to trouble Blaze for any details. No one need to pay any mind to that man. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Sybil! Sybil! We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out and there's still a lot of work to do to get Rosalina set up for the night. Don't be a stranger and let us know if you need anything, Oscar. I will. Thank you, all of you, again. I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. Kanika wearily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. You swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Blaze. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the 2 of us now. So you have no idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said. I remember that cold feeling. A prison of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting it soon, but for now it's all fresh. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I felt like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. So you don't regret coming tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of amazing for that. Don't know if that makes sense, but how many other people could say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now? Ava chuckles, then grabs at their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together, it makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning, once the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Time to wrap things up here. Back to the estate. The ride back is quiet, but not tense. Tabitha looks lost in thought as her glazed eyes stare at the winding mountain road. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? Same as I felt before we went into that house. Be surprised at how quickly it adjusts to terrible reality. Hang on. People adjust to shit pretty quickly. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Still, you did a good job tonight. I don't think I could have done what you did. If I was stuck in there without you, I would have just left that ghost behind as soon as I had the chance. Glad it didn't have to come to that. Thanks for coming along tonight. That place would have been a lot worse without you. Don't mention it. We're family. I'm not gonna ask her if she trusts me now. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I still can't believe we all made it out in one piece. Can we talk about Wayne? Your cousin sighs. What do you want to know? Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. All the more reason not to talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please, trust me when I say he's bad news. Do you think Stella's gonna be okay, like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. I might have gotten rid of that ghost, but I'm still traumatized. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Thank you, Tabby, I guess. Let this be a lesson to you, Blaze. No. No! Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you, good night! Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days. That's all. And then the bus comes. I mean, we promised to go to the beach. I'd like to stay in touch after all this is done. Or, you know, I don't have to leave. I could get used to this place. That's good to hear. It would be nice not being the only Scarlet left. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. I'm showing emotions. I must run away. I don't know what kind of footsteps those were. Those were fucked up footsteps. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since your first arrival into town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest, but disaster still looms over the town of Scarlet Hollow. Still, tonight was a good night, and you fall asleep with a gentle, well-earned smile on your face. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. Okay, so I'm gonna save. Oops. Fuck. I have played a lot of Scarlet Hollow. Do you have any idea how much Scarlet Hollow I've played? How many routes I've played? How much I've played? Too far. Hang on. I wish it was easier to jump around in this. Okay, I think here. Okay, I think here. I hope here. Alright. I know I'm ending it a little earlier than I usually do, but that's mostly because there's a lot of fucking talking in this game. And I'm tired. So I'm gonna call it here for the night. I know we haven't hit any of the new stuff yet. Might probably, depending on how things go, see if we can play more of this tomorrow to get to the new stuff. I'm still a little sixes a little here and there on it. Mostly because, as I said, I have played some of the new stuff. I have seen some of the new stuff. There's a few little bugs is the only thing. So part of me kind of wants to wait for that reason. See things get ironed out a little bit. We will genuinely see. We'll see when tomorrow comes. And until then, thank you all for stopping by. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for lurking. Thank you for watching the VOD either here or over on YouTube. Y'all take care.